Hey, what's up? It is Dan Go. I'm here with my boy Bally. Today we are going to show you the top 3 dieting secrets for entrepreneurs, and I'm going to bet that you have not heard these before ever in your life. And Bally sees a dog and he's about ready to jump off, so let us show you these right now. You ready? What is going on? It's your boy Dan Go from Optimize Alpha, where we help high achieving entrepreneurs get lean, build muscle, and do so in a way that actually fits their lifestyles and their businesses so they can scale their businesses and transform their lives. And we are here in beautiful Toronto. If this is your first time here, then please click on the button down below or above to subscribe, because I am going to be coming out with a lot more content like this. And all this knowledge that I have is from the hundreds of high achieving entrepreneurs that I help on a regular basis. So are you ready for these secrets? Let us get right to it. Okay, so I'm coming at this from a context of where entrepreneurs don't really have a lot of time on their hands. They are trying to scale their businesses. They are trying to grow their businesses. They don't have that much time or energy to really spend on focusing on their diets and focusing on their workouts. So these are actually 3 in the trenches types of secrets that I found that will help you save time, that will help you see the scale drop down. And yes, it is actually going to be some things that you have not heard before in your entire life. So numero uno, the very first secret that I have that entrepreneurs actually say, that entrepreneurs gravitate to, is the fact of having less meals but bigger meals to eat throughout the day. Let's be honest, we don't have that much thought capacity to think about what we're going to eat 5 times a day. And if you're eating 5 times a day and you're doing so in terms of trying to stoke your metabolism, what the heck are you doing? It doesn't work. And I actually found that with entrepreneurs, less equals more. So when entrepreneurs eat less meals throughout the day, what happens with them is they end up controlling their hunger a lot better, because when you eat less, your body tends to get less hungry. People don't realize that eating frequently is an inducer for hunger to occur. So when you eat frequent meals, you're actually training your body to be hungry during those times. Okay, so for one, eating less meals is going to actually make you less hungry. It's very counterintuitive, but when you start doing it, you're going to start to realize this. The other thing is that, again, when you have less meals to think about throughout the day, it leaves you open to being more effective in your business, because you don't have to think about what you're going to eat. You don't have to think about who you're going to eat it with. You don't have to think about what meals go into your body. All you have to think about is how effective and how productive you can be for your business. So that is numero uno. So numero uno is eat less meals throughout the day. I promise you, it is going to be one of the biggest contributors to weight loss, because controlling your calories within 3 meals a day is a lot easier than controlling your calories with 5 meals a day. All right, so you ready for the next one? All right, diet secret number 2. And this is to have a shorter time frame for which you are to have your meals. And a lot of people would call this time restricted feeding. Dr. Sachin Patel is one of the more famous guys who actually came out with this concept of, it's not necessarily about the amount of time that you're fasting, it's actually about the amount of time that you give yourself to eat. Here's what I mean. So I always start my clients off with a specific meal schedule that correlates with their own natural lifestyles and the way that they like to do things. One of the most common ones one of the most common schedules I give them is a schedule of 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. Now, if you're thinking about it, that's literally an 8-hour feeding schedule. So what would be easier for you to limit the amount of calories going into your body? Would it be to eat from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. or would it be to have a shorter time frame of which you allow yourself to eat? Again, whenever we're thinking about the weight loss game, what we're doing is we're just trying to limit the amount of calories going into your body, and we want to do so in a way that actually fits your lifestyle and also manages your hunger. And one of the best ways to do that is actually to adopt a time restricted type of feeding schedule. Now, how long should your feeding schedule be? Well, I've actually found with a lot of entrepreneurs, they work well with periods of anywhere between 6 to 8 hours of feeding. And I'll use myself as an example. So I have my first meal usually around 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, although today I'm doing a 24-hour fast, so I'm not gonna be eating until about 5 or 6. Anyways, I'm gonna have my last meal at around 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, okay? And that's about maybe like a 4 to 6 hour eating window, and that actually works for me because, again, I don't really like to have frequent meals because that makes me hungrier, and the shorter time frame that I have to eat these meals actually gives me a lot more calories to work with in the meals that I eat. And I found that whenever you restrict the time for yourself, that makes controlling your diet a hell of a lot easier than giving yourself an extended time frame. So that's diet secret number 2, is to actually shorten up the window frame of when you allow yourself to eat. And you can choose a 12-4-8 schedule, you can choose a 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock schedule, whatever it is, make sure it works for you. But again, make sure you shorten up that time frame. It allows you to control your calories. You'll probably see the scale dip down a little bit after following this one particular secret. All right, so are you ready for secret number 3? Here we go. All right, are you ready for secret number 3? Are you ready for secret number 3? Yeah, my little boobs. All right, so secret number 3. This one's very critical, and I don't usually hear a lot of people talking about this, and it's to drink about 3 to 4 liters of water a day. Okay, I know this is like the most boring tip that you may have gotten thus far, but it fucking works. And the reason why it does that is because water is an incredible appetite suppressant. Okay, a lot of times when we're thinking about dieting, we have to manage our hunger, but what do we usually do? What do we usually drink when we're on diets? Who knows? Usually for me and my clients is water, but for a lot of people, they're taking in fruit juices, they're taking in sugars that actually induce a lot of hunger and add calories to their bodies. What I like to do is I put my clients on a 3 to 4 liter water drinking schedule, and it goes like this, all right? So this is actually the best way that I've found so far to work at helping using water to reduce the amount of hunger, and you may want to play around with it. So right upon waking, okay, first thing upon waking, nothing goes into your body except for 1 liter of water, okay? So right when you wake up, do your meditation, go take a shit, whatever it is, and then you're gonna be drinking 1 liter of water. And you're actually gonna notice that when you drink a liter of water, it's actually gonna add to helping you be more regular with the number 2s that you take on a regular basis. Okay, so right upon waking, take 1 liter of water. And one of the other reasons why we do this is because a lot of times when we're waking up, our bodies are severely dehydrated. They have not had liquids for the past 6 to 8 hours that you've been sleeping. So we take in 1 liter of water right upon waking without even thinking about it. When we make this a constant, when we do this consistently, it basically gets rid of 1 liter of water without you even having to think about it. You're still sleeping at this time. So the second liter comes when you're drinking your tea or when you're drinking your coffee in the morning. So whenever you're drinking your tea or coffee, I like to intersperse that with drinking another liter of water. So as you drink your tea, as you drink your coffee, you're gonna drink water along with it. I always like to, if you're a structure guy, I always like to go with 2 sips of coffee and 1 sip of water, and then keep on doing that until I'm finished the coffee or until I'm finished the water. You can do it whichever way that you want, but you want to drink that 2nd liter of water in the morning while you drink your coffee and tea, because coffee is a serious dehydrator as well. It's actually a diuretic. You will go piss a lot. And actually, if you're drinking a lot more water, you will go piss a lot, but that's fine. I'll tell you why a little bit later. But again, drink your 2nd liter when you're drinking your coffee, and then afterwards you have 2 more liters left for the rest of the afternoon. And that's like a good 8 hours that you can drink the rest of your water, right? And what you're gonna notice when you're drinking water or when you're increasing water intake is that your hunger starts to go away a lot faster, okay? When you're drinking water, a lot of times when we're hungry, it's not necessarily because we're hungry for food. A lot of times it's because we're dehydrated. A lot of times when we're hungry, it's more emotional than it is for the fact that our bodies are starving, and we have to recognize this. So one of the ways that we mitigate that is by increasing water intake for our bodies. And one of the things I want to say, if you're worried about having to go piss all day, all over the place, when you're increasing your water, is this: your bladder is actually your bladder will actually expand. Okay, that's something a lot of people don't realize, is that your bladder is like a bag. It's going to expand with the amount of times that you end up drinking water. Same thing goes when you're eating food. when you're eating food and eating a lot of food at that, maybe eating over what you should be, you're expanding your stomach. You're giving your stomach more space to work with. And the same thing goes with your bladder. So you will have to go through big periods of just like going to the washroom over and over and over, but over time you're gonna notice that you go to the washroom a little bit less as your bladder gets used to it. So don't worry about having to go piss all the time. It's not gonna be that way, or as my client says, you're not gonna have to piss like a racehorse for the rest of your life, okay? Your bladder will evolve and adapt. Okay, so those are the top 3 dieting secrets for entrepreneurs. And which ones are you doing? Which ones are you not doing? Okay, if anything, drop a comment, leave a comment below. Let me know which ones you're doing, or if you have any more secrets, please let me know, because my whole thing is just making sure that entrepreneurs get the simplest advice towards their weight loss and body transformation goals, and to skip out all the fads and all the rest of the shit that does not even work, or at least doesn't work for the long term. And yes, if you actually enjoyed this video, please drop a like. I would really enjoy it, because the more we can get this knowledge out to the entrepreneurs, the more our lives change, the more the world changes, and the more they're feeling healthier and more confident about themselves, the better it's going to be for all of us, okay? So, hope you got a lot of value out of this. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.